Welcome back, everyone. I'm the Depressed Viewer, and this is Danmaku. So, the thing I mentioned at the very end where I got a little confused is I forgot to do the discard step for everybody. The only person that needs to do a discard is actually Alice here. And she's actually going to go ahead and discard Last Word. Actually, no, she won't discard Last Word. No, she will. She wants to discard Last Word at this point. It's a summer card, so it gets put in there. Alright, now it actually, that is the end of the round, so yeah. Next it's going to be Sarno. So first things first is she gets to draw back up to her max hand size, which she already is at, because of the Rekindle Blazing Hell. Everyone else also, all players draw, yeah, everyone else has to draw up to the max hand size as well, so there you go. There you go. There you go. And there you go. Alright, with all that taken care of, next, Sarno has to draw 2 cards. Alright, things are heating up. So, first things first, Sarno's going to go ahead and put out a Supernatural Border. She's also going to go ahead and play Grimoire, which is a summer card, and lets her draw 2 cards. Then she's going to play another Grimoire and draw 2 more cards. Then she's going to go ahead and play the Sorcerer's Suture Scroll and draw another card. And there you go. Alright, so at this point, the thing that's kind of dangerous, the heroine, is there's 2 partners out here. There are essentially 6 opponents, but 2 of them could be allies. And if she destroys a partner, she loses all of her items. So it could be pretty brutal. So one thing she's going to go ahead and do. What do I want to do? I think I want to go ahead and steal a power card. So I'm going to go ahead and steal, or borrow rather, Aya's power card. There you go. So that'll give her some additional range. Now the question is who should she target, if anyone? I mean, at this point, she might be able to take out Yuka, but also Yuka has a Supernatural Border. But she doesn't know if she's an ally or not. So she's actually going to go ahead and she has a range right now of a 4. Yeah, because she has +2 range from her ability, +1 from power. So that's 4 range. So she can shoot at Patchouli. So you know what? She's going to go ahead and shoot Patchouli. Patchouli's just going to graze it. This gets put in there. And then for her next shot, she's going to go ahead and shoot again. And Patchouli's just going to go ahead and graze it. So this actually brings it up to 7, which we needed 6 to resolve this. So that's another incident that has been resolved. Okay. And that's pretty much all Sarno can do until she decides to bomb, which she's not going to this round. So that is it for this round. Yep, all good. Now, everyone should be only at max hand size, so that should be fine. And next, it's going to be Alice's turn. Alice gets to reveal a new incident. Overdrive. You may pay 1 life to activate your spell card. And the resolution for this is 6 dodge cards have to be collected. All right. Next, Alice gets to draw 2 cards. Now she doesn't really want to sacrifice her life because obviously she's kind of vulnerable right now, and she still needs to take out all the other potential bosses that are around here. So far, everyone's been picking on her. Namely, Sarno, not even Sarno. It was actually everyone was picking on Yukari. It's just she happened to get caught in the crossfire. So she right now has no bonus range, which is a bit of a problem. She also has no bombs. So I'm gonna go ahead and play Volley, draw 3 cards, and then put 1 back on top of the deck, which I think I forgot to do last time I played it, so my bad. So yeah, I have to actually put one of these back on top, so I'll do that. I'll put this shoot card on top. Alright, next I will go ahead and play Corrindo. I'm going to go ahead and discard all my shoot cards. So that's drawing 4 cards in total. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Next, she's going to go ahead and play this focus card. And next, she's going to go ahead and play... She can master plan again if she really wants to. Well, as the Phantom Boss... Alright, as the Phantom Boss, I'm actually going to go ahead and do Laser Shot and target Yuka. Attack a player regardless of range. This attack cannot be avoided. This means that Supernatural Border won't work. You can't graze it. The only thing that could possibly happen is you can bomb it. But I don't think anyone really wants to bomb it. So yeah, Yuka will go down to 1. She took a wound, so the Supernatural Border gets discarded. And that is it for her shots. Next, she will go ahead and... She's actually pretty concerned about that incident, so she's going to go ahead and master plan it and get rid of it. And then she's going to take a look at the top 3 and decide what to do then. Alright. We're going to put Great Fairy Wars on top. And the rest of it can actually go on the bottom. There you go. And that's going to be the end of the round. I did do a wound to Yukari, so she, or not Yukari, but to Yuka, so she's supposed to draw a card. Now she has to discard a card. Everyone else should be good to go. Alright. With all that said and done, it's going to now be Aya's turn. She gets to reveal the top card, which is, of course, Great Fairy Wars. When this incident comes into play, all other players... Sorry. Okay, so all other players. Okay, I see how this is. So everyone but Aya has to discard a Danmaku card or lose 1 life. So there's a Danmaku card. Now, all Danmaku cards are collected, so this is going to be taken care of rather quickly. Okay. And then Aya's incident step is she has to discard a Danmaku card or lose 1 life as well. So there you go. Alright, and then Aya needs to draw 2 cards. Alright, so first things first is she's going to go ahead and start playing some power cards. Then she's going to go ahead and spiritual attack. No one has it. Oh, actually, Serna has a bomb. Serna's going to go ahead and bomb it because she does not want her Aya to get a bunch of cards. Okay. Then that just leaves Aya, and Aya is going to go ahead and shoot Serna. And Serna is going to go ahead and flip top card then. Top card is a spring card, so it gets negated by the Supernatural Border. Alright, and this gets collected. Okay, that ends the round there. And next it's going to be Atsuo's turn. Now at the start of Atsuo's turn, she doesn't actually have any Danmaku cards, so this is going to trigger and make her lose 1 life, which is going to make her draw a card, and then she draws 2 cards from her draw step. Okay. So for this, she's going to go ahead and spiritual attack. And she's going to spiritual attack Patchouli. Now, no one else has bombs. So, well, Aya has a bomb, but I don't think she cares. So Patchouli is going to have to deal with this. So she's going to go ahead and graze 1, graze 2, then take a wound, and draws a card from the wound that she just took. Okay, so that bomb's been taken care of. Next, she's going to don't really have any other options here. She's going to go ahead and shoot Patchouli. Patchouli can't avoid it, so she's going to take another wound. This incident has now been resolved because 9 Danmaku cards have been collected, so all that's been taken care of. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle all this. Patchouli needs to draw a card because she took a wound. There you go. And next, we're going to go ahead and do party. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Not much to take here. So Atsuo will take a graze. Shot for Patchouli. Graze for Cerno. Graze for Alice. Graze for Yuka. And shoots for them. Okay. So, oh, and you draw a card. So draw a card. Another graze. Not getting much luck there. All right. Next, Atsuo is going to go ahead and give herself a life. So she's back up to 4. Next, she's going to go ahead and play Tempest and force everyone to discard their hands and draw only 3 cards. Okay, so all the cards have been drawn, and unfortunately, Atsuo didn't really get anything out of it. So she's going to go ahead and end her turn, and now it's Patchy's turn. New incident's going to get drawn. Crisis of Faith. When this incident enters play, each player except the heroine flips the top card of the deck until someone flips an autumn. That player permanently swaps roll cards with the heroine and gains 1 life. So this is a pretty nasty wild card because this now changes the field quite a bit. So each player except for the heroine. So I'm going to assume it starts with the person that drew it. So Patchy. Summer, nothing. Sakuya. Winter, nothing. Yuka. Summer, nope. Don't draw for Cerno. Alice. Spring. Aya. That's a summer. And then Atsuo. Back to Patchy. Patchy. So she flips, she swaps rolls with the heroine, which is really, really bad. So Cerno goes back down to 4 life, and the new heroine is now Patchy. She gains 1 life, and then this is resolved. So now Patchy is the hero we need. Okay. Now with all that taken care of, next we draw 2 cards. Now, she can't just blatantly say that Cerno is the anti-heroine, but she knows this. She knows that much. Cerno also knows a little bit as well. She also knows that the stage boss has already been taken care of, so she can open fire all she wants on Patchy here. And she's been pretty much left alone for most of this. So Patchy knows she needs to target Cerno. Alright. So with all that now known, let's go ahead and see what we can do. Fortunately, she doesn't have very many options. Well, she's going to go ahead and In fact, she can't even target her from here. So she's just going to go ahead and use Last Word, which is going to hit everybody. So Sakia is going to go ahead and, unfortunately, she can negate it, but she doesn't want to. So she's going to actually take it, take a wound. This goes here, and this just gets drawn. Okay, next is Yuka. Yuka can graze it, so she will. Sarno is going to graze it. Alice is going to take 1 damage, draw a card, and she's going to go ahead and actually, at any time, yeah, she probably would have, but that's okay. Alright, so that's been done. There's a wound. That person's already dead. Aya is just going to take it. Actually, what's your target? Yeah, she should go ahead and take it. She has to lose 1 power up, unfortunately. And then Atsuo will have to take it as well, so she'll take it. She doesn't have to discard Focus because Focus is not a power up. It's just a defense item. Alright. Actually, she could have bombed it, but I don't think that's something she cares about. Okay. So that's been played. Next, she's going to go ahead and play Spiritual Border, and then call it a turn. Alright, next is going to be Sakia, and one thing Alice is going to go ahead and do immediately is going to go ahead and reveal that she is the EX, so she gets a life back. And now she gets the true Phantom Boss. And so she gets this little ability. At the start of her turn, she can resolve a current incident without being affected by it. She can also skip her incident step. Anyway, so Sakia needs to draw a new incident. Eternal Night. Players may play any number of Danmaku cards each turn. Collect the top card of the deck during your incident step. Collect any Danmaku cards. And as long as collect the top card during your deck. So yeah, the way this works is throughout the turn, as we take actions, Danmaku cards are collected, but also during the incident step, it collects the top card of the deck no matter what. So it's going to collect that card. Okay. Next, Sakia needs to draw some cards. I think everyone is... Yeah, we're good. So Sakia will draw 2 cards. So Alice is now revealed as the X-Boss, which means Atsuo knows that she needs to actually protect her. Else she fails in her task. Oh, wait, sorry. What happens is if the X-Boss is defeated, she becomes the new extra boss. She doesn't get any fancy abilities though. Which also means that if someone's supposed to be targeting the AX boss, they kind of have to deal with her. Anyway, with all that said and done, Sakia needs to take her turn. She's going to go ahead and Grimoire and draw 2 cards. And that's pretty straightforward. Alright. She can Correndo, but I don't think she really needs to. She's going to go ahead and put out a power. And then she's going to go ahead and start shooting. So she's going to go ahead and, yeah, she's probably going to go ahead and target her if she can, but she can't. At least not without some fancy range stuff. She can target Yuka. And in fact, she's going to go ahead and target Yuka. After all that stuff that Yuka tried to do. So she's going to shoot Yuka. And Yuka gets slain. There's nothing she can do. Unless someone defends her. Which no one really has a reason to. And, well, anyone that would want to just, hinder the other characters doesn't have the means to do so. So yeah, that would be it for Yuka. She reveals herself. These cards get discarded. This gets collected because it's a Danmaku card. This is a collected Danmaku card. And that goes there. There you go. Yuka's been defeated. That's the challenger's been removed. Which is probably a good thing, because she would have targeted Alice rather soon. And, alright. Anything else that Sakia wants to do this turn? She's going to have to discard a card. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and Correndo. And discard that bomb and draw 2 cards. 1 and 2. Okay. She still has 1 shoot left for this turn because of the power card. Cerno is now much closer. Oh, actually, I can shoot as many times as I want because of Eternal Night. Good to know. Alright, so actually, I'm going to go ahead and borrow that Spiritual Border. Then I'm going to go ahead and shoot Cerno. Cerno has no choice but to take it. So she's going to take 1 damage, draw a card, discard a power. This gets collected. Sakia is going to go ahead and shoot her 1 more time. She can't avoid it, so she's going to take another wound and draw a card, and this gets collected. Alright, pretty straightforward. That's pretty much all Sakia can do this turn. So it's going to be Cerno's turn. At the start of the turn, top card's going to get collected. There you go. Then this is all going to get shuffled. Alright, and Cerno's gets to draw 3 cards because of the Sutra Scroll. Like so. Alright. So, Cerno's in a bit of trouble. She needs to take out the heroine. And she needs to get to work on that because she's running out of support. She probably should have been a lot more aggressive, but being aggressive against the heroine also puts a target on you. Whether to be a scapegoat or an actual threat. So, we need to deal with a few things. First things first, she wants to go ahead and spiritual attack. She's going to go ahead and do her trap card. And she's going to go after Patchouli with that. And Sakia is actually going to go ahead and spiritual attack, or not spiritual attack that. She's going to go ahead and bomb it to cancel it. Okay. Next, Cerno will... Now, the bad news is Cerno can't attack Sakia this direction because she's now her next-door neighbor, so a distance of 1. So the only way she can attack Sakia is by going around the table. So, with all that said and done, she probably just wants to end her turn. Yeah, she'll go ahead and just end her turn, because her target is the heroine. Everything else is just things she doesn't want to mess with. And she knows about the EX boss. Alright. So, next it's going to be reveal top card. It gets collected. Then Alice gets to draw 2 cards. Alright. So, go ahead and Grimoire and draw 2 more cards. Wow, just a lot of stuff she doesn't really need. Alright, well, with that said and done, she's the true Phantom boss. and she needs to deal with all the other bosses. And there's only one boss left on the field, and she doesn't know who it is. So she's going to go after... There's 2 partners left, a boss, a rival, and a heroine left. She knows who the heroine is. She knew who the heroine used to be. She noticed who Patchy attacked. Or at least attempted to attack. Let's see. She only has 1 shot. That's the biggest issue. Actually, she should have discarded a card. Wait, how'd she draw so many cards? She should have had... I'm pretty sure I was supposed to discard a card at some point. My bad. Oh, also, at the start of your turn, you may resolve the current incident. If you do, search the incident deck for a card, shuffle it, then put the chosen card on top, and you can skip it. So, yeah. We can go ahead and resolve this if we really want to. And something tells Alice she probably wants to. So we're going to go ahead and auto-resolve it. And then put the next incident, choose a incident card to put on top. So we'll search this. Alright, we're going to go with that one. So that's going to get put on top. Okay, and then she's going to go ahead and end her turn and just... Well, actually, she can shoot. Never mind. Attack a player regardless of range. Or she can attack her neighbor. She needs to find who the last boss is, so she just needs to start wailing on people. So she's going to go ahead and shoot Cerno. And Cerno is going to have to take it. Speaking of, she should have discarded cards. I completely forgot about that. It wouldn't have been enough to resolve the incident, so that's fine. So she'll take the wound, draw a card. That resolves that. Okay, and then she's going to go ahead and end her turn by just discarding this card. Cerno's going to discard her own card. So she'll discard a shoot card. Okay. Come to think of it, I should have probably used the stopwatch to shoot a bunch of times at Patchouli, but that's okay. Alright, next it's going to be Aya. Aya needs to reveal a new incident, which is going to be this. She loses 1 life during her this step, so there you go. And draws a card because she lost a life. Then she's going to draw 2 more cards. Now, unfortunately, since she lost a life, she loses this power. Alright, and then she's going to go ahead and open with Master Plan to get rid of that card. And then see what the top 3 cards are. Actually, sorry, I need to shuffle this. Because I did search through it. Okay. Alright, we're just going to do this. Let them deal with it. Alright. Next. She's going to heal herself. Then she's going to volley, look at the top 3 cards, and put 1 back on top. She'll put the shoot card back on top. Next, she will go ahead and play party. Actually, do I want to play party? No, she's going to go ahead and first shoot at Patchouli. Patchouli will dodge it. Then she's going to discard party and shoot to activate her spell card. And she's going to draw if, let's see. Does anyone want to stop it? No. Alright, she's going to go ahead and bomb Patchouli. So first she needs to draw 5 cards and keep any of the Danmakus. Keeps that one, the rest of them get discarded. And then she's going to attack Patchouli because she's in range, and she'll graze it. And that's unfortunately all she can do. So next is going to be Atsuo's turn. Atsuo reveals next card, which is draw your first card for each turn from the discard pile. So she draws a graze. And this card. Now, EX mid-boss's goal is the same as the EX boss, so she knows that Alice is looking for the other boss, so she's going to go ahead and help out any way she can. Unfortunately, her range is not that high. So what she's going to go ahead and do is she's going to go ahead and bomb. She doesn't want to go after the heroine next, so she's going to go ahead and bomb. Or sorry, not bomb. She's going to go ahead and spiritual attack Aya, because she's the only one that's in range. So 3 attacks on Aya, which is going to be grazed, grazed. Unfortunately, this is not a Danmaku card, so she has to take the last one. Then draws a card. Atsuo takes loses a life and then draws a card. Then she's going to go ahead and play life up, 1 up. Well, actually, no, she'll hold on to the 1 up. Next, she will go ahead and shoot Aya. Aya is going to go ahead and use her ability, discard a Danmaku card to avoid it. And that is it for this round. So next is going to be Patchouli. Oh, sorry, I used an invocation card, so that should have been collected. So like that. Yep. So there you go. So next is Patchouli. She needs to draw from the discard, and then draw. Okay. When did... I don't even remember when I got Supernatural Border. I probably should have discarded that at some point, but I'll just keep playing as is. So Patchy knows that Cerno is a boss, and she wants to target her. So she's going to go ahead and borrow that power. Then she's going to shoot at Cerno. And Cerno has no other choice but to bomb it, to negate it. Now this does count as an invocation card, so it gets collected. Alright, that's the end of that round. Next is Sakia. Sakia is still trying to figure out who the hell the freaking sub-boss, the other partner is. She draws that card, and then one from the actual deck. And she's going to go ahead and shoot at Cerno, because she has nothing better to do. Cerno has no way to avoid this attack, so she's going to be defeated. This gets collected. The rest goes in the discard. Incident has been resolved, because 3 invocation cards have been collected. So all bosses have been defeated. So that's actually really good. That means all that's left is the extra boss. At least as far as everyone else knows. All they know is that the extra boss is still around. The rival needs to take out the heroine still. The ex-boss needs to take out the heroine. And the one true partner still needs to figure out who the other partner is. So it's going to be pretty much a mess. So, funny enough, the one true partner needs to keep Alice alive because she needs to figure out who the other partner is before the end. So this will be fun. Anyway, so that was defeated, and that's all she can really do this round. So that is it. Next is Alice. I could choose to skip my incident step. I'm going to go ahead and do so. I can't resolve an incident because there's none in play, so she's just going to go ahead and draw 2 cards and get started. All right. So she needs to take out the heroine, but she needs to actually reach the heroine, which is a problem. So first, she's going to go ahead and do a. How should we do this? Cannot be avoided in any way. Alright, she's going to go ahead and do Laser Shot on Patchouli. And Saki is going to go ahead and bomb it. Or not bomb it, she's going to go ahead and do the world. No, she needs to keep the extra boss alive. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and bomb it to cancel the card. So this is not avoiding it, this is just canceling it completely. And that is it for her. That was her one shot, so she's going to go ahead and discard this card and call it good. Next is going to be Aya. Aya reveals the next incident, which is players cannot activate spell cards. Then draws 2 cards. And she does have +3 range. Let's see how we are on time. We're kind of running out of time at this point, so tell you what. I'm the Depressed Eeyore. This was Danmaku. When we come back, we'll hopefully get closer to concluding this. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players left. See you guys next time.